When you sit in the driver's seat of a car for a long time, you're the leader, you're ahead, the windshield begins to look like the rear view mirror. Instead of seeing a future of possibilities, you reminisce over and focus on a glorious past. Many times you go to a new restaurant or cinema or supermarket, there's a new kid on the block and everybody is flocking there. The experience is fantastic. And after a couple of years, when you go back, there is a significant decline in the standards and it's just gone the way of all the other ones. Eventually a new one comes, but the cycle repeats itself. And I think the issue really is, why does it happen? It probably does happen because when you sit in the driver's seat of a car for a long time, you're the leader, you're ahead, the windshield begins to look like the rear view mirror. Instead of seeing a future of possibilities, you reminisce over and focus on a glorious past. And that's why you hear in the good old days. How can we stem this tide? If you look at Nigeria, for instance, the good old days were the days of University of Ibadan, University of Nigeria and Nsukka, UNILAG. These were universities that we had foreigners coming to attend as a choice. Today, we look at them from the spectacle of the good old days. The first thing that one could do is to set up an entrepreneurial business independent within the business that challenges the status quo, that keeps the fire of creativity and innovation kindled. This is different from the cliche R&D department in a company, which is really oppressed under a hierarchy of bureaucratic reporting. This is the one that recommends that you self-cannibalize and transform the business instead of waiting for competition to do it for you. A more sustaining strategy, if you cannot do this, is to build within the business a culture that challenges the status quo, a culture that does not suppress the voices of where the rubber meets the road, the people that go and make it happen for the business, not just sitting in the boardroom. If you have this culture, then what you discover is that the culture constantly asks the question, are we still giving the user experience that we promised? And if not, how can we course correct and go back to being what the customers loved in the first place? The other thing that keeps us stagnated is when we have achieved our vision. And this is precisely what happened to the Roman Empire. That was a global dominant force for centuries. But after the vision expired and it was not refreshed, all we have left of it is the Colosseum or whatever remains of it in Italy and the Latin language. There is a need to refresh the vision whenever you have arrived at the vision point, typically every 5 years. It will be interesting to know at what spectrum your company is on this scale.